All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. It's Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat, and as you can tell by the title of the show, we got a good show, Mind Chains. A lot of things going on. Yeah, and that was a video I was fumbling around on my phone this week, just going through files and stuff like that. And I knew I had recorded this song at the Sukkot, but you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know where it was at. Well, I found it, and just did a little editing to it. Couldn't have been found at a better time because, as you know, we are right around the corner from the Passover. Um, there were so many people out there. You could see. I mean, look at all those people. And been on the phone, been talking to Pastor Dow a lot this week, and it's gonna be bigger than that. There's gonna be more people than that at the Passover. I mean, within a week or two after he made the get registered announcement, the thing was maxed out. They are already past capacity for the Passover, and they are approving people now on a case by case basis. Okay. Now, if you listen to Blog Talk last night, you might have heard. Let me see if I could do something here. I'm gonna try to do this. Yeah, let me see if I could do this. So if you listen to Blog Talk last night, you heard Pastor Dow. He made the announcement that he will be here in Jacksonville, Florida, next month, March 21st. Okay, and let me see. Let me go get the information. I'm gonna go over because we have been busy making arrangements for that, among many other things, getting all these moving parts in order down here in Straitway, Florida. Community. So here we go, right here. Wow. Okay. Okay, I see what they did here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up here on the screen. All you gotta do is go to the Straitway Truth Pastor Charles Dow website, and it's gonna be shared all over the place. I'm working on a trailer right now, on like a video advertisement thing. I might have it up by the end of this show. But that's the information there. Okay. And I'm going, so I mark myself as going. So these are all the details. Click here. It will show you on a map, which they have. It looks like they haven't uploaded the, they haven't uploaded the address yet. Okay, so we're good to go there. Okay, so definitely go over there, get the details. It's gonna be an awesome event. And I got a lot more to say about that. Some of it will tie into the lesson. Okay. But let me see if I could do this real quick. I'm gonna get while I'm doing my lesson. Bam. I'm gonna see if I can upload this thing to y'all somehow, some way. Yeah, and it looks like I will be able to do it. At least, okay. So I am putting it up there on Facebook. But yeah, so definitely you don't want to miss that. We're definitely coming into the busy season, but busy in a good way. We're coming out of course, um, a very eventful dead season, to say the least. Okay. Uh, and all right, I see a lot of y'all coming in. Shalom to y'all. Shalom. See y'all coming in there. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, of course, we're coming out of a very eventful dead season. Um, a lot to learn from. You know what I'm saying? To take heed of. Okay, so want to say on Facebook, Shalom. I see the soldier in there, Mikael Gabar. Shalom, family, all the way out there in Arizona. Shalom to you, Ray Knight. Shalom, Matt Talford. Shalom, and let's see who else we got there. Eric, Shabbat Shalom to you. And everybody else over there. Let's see who as everybody. I see y'all trickling in there on YouTube. Let's see. He said we sleep. Foxworth. Yeah, I just woke up. I couldn't really sleep. I ended up going to sleep late and not really even getting a whole bunch of sleep. Let's see. It says Elijah said, "Happy Sabbath." My brother, I got a question. Do you believe in soul sleep with someone dies, or do you believe they are in heaven or hell? Well, the book tells you when the judgment is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And you saw if you didn't see that video I did on Kobe, we were just in Second Ezra's. You have to get a certain version of the Apocrypha, but in Second Ezra's it kind of breaks all that down. But you don't even need to go in there. You could go through the Bible. You go through Revelation. There's books in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There's a book. There's in when with King David, when Samuel went to the not Sam. I have to get the whole breakdown, but if you precept it and put all the stuff together, it tells you in detail what happens after you pass, like Lazarus and all that stuff like that. Okay. So, and let me tell you this, because I didn't get to say this on that Kobe video. The reason that they purposely deleted Ezra's, like, I think it was like 70 to 100 out of there, the Catholic Church did, because they were charging people money to get their loved ones out of purgatory. They call it purgatory or whatever, okay? And what they would do, I think they call it penitence or something. But they would, if someone died, if you paid the Catholic Church money, you could get them to a better judgment or something like that, But in order for them to run that hustle, they had to delete out those books out of Ezra's, okay? So anyway, but that's that. Shalom, shalom, shalom to all y'all. Yeah, you have to look in Redbeard's Racing. He put it in there. Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 70 through 140. But it's better to just back it up biblically. And but yeah. Yeah, the March event is a go. We have the facility. Everything's locked in. Pasadow's a go. It's just on. You see what I'm saying? It's ready to go. As we say in the hood, ready to go. All right. So yeah, man, we're good to go on that. And we're gonna throughout the show, I'm gonna be going in on it a little bit. Let me see what I got here. Let me see if this thing went up here. Okay, so, but yeah, man, we got some good news and events for you, because I mean they are ramping this thing up, and you couldn't make it up. I used to do a lot of investing, initially on the stock market, and then it turned into real estate investing, and I did it in a way where it was like I was buying a business. I wasn't like a gambler, and that's because you could see trends, but this is the most obvious trend I've ever seen, and the news and events are gonna reflect that. But what I'm gonna do first here is, whoops, hold on. Okay. So what I'm gonna do first is play this trailer for you for the upcoming event. Okay? So enjoy. All right, so that's just a quick trailer. You'll see it all over the place. But yeah, we have the event location. There'll be food provided there. Spiritual food, economic food will be provided. You know what I'm saying? Prophetic food will be provided. You see what I'm saying? And literal food. You know, so come for the spiritual food though, please. Do me a favor. Just do that. But yeah, it's gonna be an awesome event, man. We're really looking forward to it. All right, so let's do this. Let's get into these current events, and I'm gonna be. It's just. What I've been doing, I don't watch the I don't get caught up in television, okay? I stay away from it. All right. And just bear with me, I'm getting all this stuff pulled up here. All right. There we go. All right. But yeah, with television, I don't get caught up in all that. They've ramped the sorcery on that thing up to a level that, you know, will literally make your head spin. All right. So, but the reason why I do these current events is because you got a lot of people. They say, I ain't you don't need no community. Excuse me. Don't worry about community. Community ain't no big deal. This, that, and the other. They're anti-community because they act like it's something. Oh, you know why? How are you gonna be a light? They got every excuse in the book, and they act like we're doing this for something in the future. We're doing it for what's happening now, and it just how crazy society's getting. You're gonna be forced to just get away from these folks. I mean, so why not be wise and prudent and do it ahead of time? So check this out. Man stabs 5-year-old girl at El Paso McDonald's, police say. Okay? They don't, at the time that I linked this, they didn't know why. Stabbed the child in the stomach. Just some random stranger, man. Demonically possessed. Okay? But, just people are just randomly, and it's not so random that it's demonically possessed because the sorcery in this society has been turned up to such a level that it's on a whole nother level. Okay, so check this out. All right. Oh, where is... It's like, and I'm telling you, you're going to be forced to come up out of it. Wendy's kitchen sink bath kids fired. Took fresh slogan way too far. Okay? They took a bath in the sink with their funky butts. You know what I'm saying? That we buy this poison from. Folks is losing their mind, man. Losing, or not losing, lost minds. Okay? Let me see what else we got here. Okay? And this is why, again, we got to come out of them to provide our own food for ourselves. We got to provide for ourselves so we're not up in their stores all the time. That stabbing was at a McDonald's, you know? You got to... One of the reasons we got to come out of them is because we got to limit our exposure to people who are ingesting all this sorcery or TV. You call it TV, I call it sorcery. And it's powerful, and it's opening them up to demonic possession. Okay? Whatever you want to say it is, the television, the music, just people in general, the family, so-called friends, all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? You have to limit your exposure. You gotta. Is demonic possession on a mass scale. All right. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what else we got here. All right. All right. Okay, here. All right. Now this is a big agenda, man. It says anti-gay African leader barred from United States. Okay? Anti-gay American leader barred from the United States. And y'all already know, I'm sure, like, I couldn't imagine, like, television just must be a nightmare right now because some of the stuff I'm hearing, just what I'm seeing in the news right now is crazy. All right, this is this one. Look at this. It says Democrat U.S. Senate candidate unveils campaign logo. The guillotines as a symbol of the work we have to do. There is not going to be a more convenient revolution. It says for Maine, Kidman, U.S. Senate, guillotines on this thing. It says the donkey has long been the symbol of the Democratic Party since President Andrew Jackson. See, and I had to go look this thing up, man, to a matter of fact, I'm gonna check right here in front of you. To make sure this ain't fake news. Let me see, the guillotine symbol. All right. I gotta check. Let me make sure, because this might, some of this stuff, some of this stuff, because the reason now I checked this stuff, And the Blaze is typically not fake news. But let me make sure, because I don't want to be up here pushing fake news. And speaking of, all right, let's make sure this is not fake. Wow. Wait. Wow. Wait. I need an official, though. Now, all this is saying it, but I need an official paper. Okay? I need a more official paper. But it's looking pretty legit. But I haven't seen anything solid. I'm beginning to see, yeah, this thing is actually pretty. Yeah, I don't see anything saying it's fake, and I see a lot of people running it. But let me see what they got here. All right, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't see like USA Today. I mean, this looks pretty accurate. Maine's Examiner. That looks like it might be a real paper. But this looks pretty solid. Because I knew that source that I got that article from, they have good stories and they're not fake. And I haven't seen, I mean, that's real news. Like somebody literally rolled that out. A guillotine as their symbol, man. So, yeah, man. Okay, so let me see. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. We ain't gonna get sidetracked on that, but it's pretty accurate. Okay. We got some more articles. I know y'all seen this thing with Dwayne Wade where, so his son's a transformer. His son's like, I guess his son maybe like 10 or 11 years old now, and he decided, and when you read the article, Dwayne Wade's son, who was assigned male as his birth. It's like, dude, y'all sound like some soft retards talking now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, dude. What? Like, am I the only one who's sane here? Let me see if I can pull that up. I got a bunch of other articles that I'm gonna see if I can access here. All right, yeah. I'm gonna pull them up for you. But yeah, they're pushing that thing real hard. The whole, come on, let me see if I can get this bitch. All right. Yeah, if I come across it, but yeah, they are pushing that agenda hard, and to the point where I was sitting there going through the yeah, to the point where, wow. So Sister Chrissy said his wife belittles him in public. Wow. Man, it's like, yo, this thing is strong. Yeah, Sister Chrissy said Dwayne Wade's wife belittles him in public. See, the way I checked I keep track of the news is I got a couple news sources, and I got this app that when they post something, a new news article goes to that app, and I just scan through them. And I saw something like the Democratic debate or something out there in Vegas, and man, they pushing, being a gayfer, and they are pushing like female goddess worship hard. Like he said, like because I saw a reframe, I saw a snippet from the debate, and basically this woman was like, I guess it was Michael Bloomberg or something. I don't even know what this whole. I need to get caught up a little bit on this. It's painful watching this stuff for me though, but there's the guy Michael Bloomberg or something like that was up there. Like, yeah, and you messed up with so-and-so, telling whatever the woman was up there, telling her that, and this, that, and the other. And then she reframed the question, are you saying women are incompetent? And I'm like, what in the... So, dude, somehow you're getting... Check this dynamic out, because when I was talking about the foresight, I don't care what you say. One way or another, you getting a gayfer or a female president. There's a good chance of that. I don't think it's gonna happen this election, but it's coming. Okay, you're gonna get some type of freak show president that is gonna be so far against righteous morals, it's gonna be amazing. I mean, somebody made a post. Hey, if you want to get in a fight with a black person, it says say Obama screwed people over, But it's funny because they got our people are so jacked up. It's like, look, let me show you something. I ain't even gonna talk. I'm gonna look. Look at this pot calling the kettle moment. Jesse Jackson says Obama failed black people. That's true, but so did you. Like, you failed your son. I mean, your son is in prison or jail, But he did. He failed, but it's so crazy the job they've done on our people when they can't see through the fog. Like, Trump is wanting prayer in schools, and he's wanting, he's pro-life. He's against abortion. I don't care what else you're saying. You the dude. You could stay on up in there. Because when we're aborting 900 babies per day, that's the only thing that matters. So you've already surpassed any other. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, not getting off track, but I'm telling you, what's getting ready to happen, man, the next person they put in office, they're going to be against weapons. They're going to be for abortion. They're going to be completely, totally, 100% against the book. The next Democrat they get in office. And then after that, the next Republican they get in office is going to have to follow suit. Y'all know the Democrats do it first, then the Republicans follow years later. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I'm going to ask you, somebody was talking about it. It might have been on Pastor Dow on Blog Talk last night. But they were talking about the Fall of Empire, some book that I'm going to probably check out. Dude, this is how empires fall. Y'all seen the routine, the theme. Every empire, is this not how they fall? You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't think they're going to let a woman get elected president. I don't know. I can't call it. Y'all probably know better than me because y'all watch. A lot of y'all are more tuned into what's going on with this political thing. I really haven't had too much time with some of the other things I've been doing. But there is a brutally heavy, insane, feminist, go women agenda. And I gotta give honors to where honors due to the leadership in Straitway, to Elder Rufus, to Elder Mitchell, to Pastor Dow, double honors. So what they're doing, the example they set as leadership, to Elder Becker, you know what I'm saying? And to all the other elders and leadership and teachers and heads of assembly in Straitway, the example that they set for me to meticulously observe and follow. I'm not up in their face asking 20 questions. I just observe the footwork and follow suit. Same thing with Koya Israel. Like, she knows, she sees, she grows. She's getting her work in just off of the bar none example being set of how to walk this book out in spirit and in truth. And it's like, man, we are grinding. Like we laboring. And when we get tired, because, it can be tough, this walk. Y'all know. It can be tough. This walk could be tough. But when we getting tired and we're crawling up the hill, but we walking, we're following the leadership as they follow Yah, and we're doing this thing, and we get tired. When we need an energy boost, all we gotta do is look in the news. All we gotta do is look at Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? All we gotta do is look at this presidential election that's going on in the early stages. And we press to the mark. Shake and move. You see what I'm saying? Get with like-minded people. Let's not play around. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not a game. It's serious. And I'm saying that because you literally right now got people, they have this book. They're reading the same book we read. They've reading the survival scroll. They reading it. Okay? And they're like, why are you doing community? What you need a community? You could have a gay for pedophile neighbor who's strung out on all types of sorcery pills, and as soon as his prescription ain't filled, he's walking around shooting people. What's wrong with that? You got to be a light to him when he lights you up with them bullets. These people are thinking stupid. It's like, to me, I'm like, dude, your food bad, your school's bad, you bad, your neighborhood bad, everybody watching stuff on TV that's bad, there's nothing on TV good. It's like, man, I'm done. I just want to be off in a secluded place. We'll get into it a little more. Let me end that rant. All right. So anyway, with that said, man, let's get into this lesson. Let's see what I got here. All right. And y'all, absolutely, if y'all want to put in comments, put them on, and we'll be and then the other thing, man, I'm gonna just tell y'all again, nothing personal, but I can't tell y'all the number of people I done deleted for, whether knowingly or unknowingly, y'all post not nude pictures, but revealing, whatever you want to call it, type pictures, and I just delete y'all. Sandra Bullard asks, okay, who is Pastor Dow, and is there a website? Pastor Dow is that's good. Good question. So I'll give you a quick. Pastor Dow is the pastor of Straitway Ministries, and yes, there's a website. Matter of fact, I need to put that in my description also. But somebody will post it in there for you. All you got to do is type in Pastor Dow in YouTube. He'll tons of his messages will come up. But he's a pastor Straitway, and the unique thing about Pastor Dow and Straitway is they diligently adhere to the scriptures in spirit and in truth. And I haven't seen anyone else in the biblical community doing that. So they have a unique ministry that is a beacon of light in this dark society. So that's who Pastor Dow is. And if you want to save yourself from this wicked generation, just pray to Yah to open your eyes, and with a discerning eye, just listen to the teachings. But that's who he is, okay? All right. So we got that there. So yeah, leadership, man. Following sound leadership, and it's a blessing to finally, after all these years, to actually be around solid, hardcore leadership. It's something I've looked for, that I've been in search for a good part of my life. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I have to, after really getting into the word and really studying the word, I came to the realization and understanding that, hey, you know what? I need to follow the Father, okay? Which is, and which is the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High Yah. And after, okay, you said it's buffering. Okay. Y'all give me an 8 if it's great. Or something else if it's not. Let me know if the feed's going okay. I know sometimes over there it acts up. Okay. Okay, awesome. So we're good. So yeah, but one of the things in my Air Force career, in my life, is, so when I say a good chunk of my military career was spent wrestling with leadership and authority. You know what I'm saying? Until I truly came into the truth, which was about a year or so before I retired. And when I humbled down and let go and submitted to any authority that was put over me, or anyone I perceived as authority, that's when it began to happen. I mean, that is when I began to have favor at the workplace, favor among brothers and sisters around me. And then I really began to grow and really began to get a true heavy biblical understanding of what the scripts are saying. Dying to self, man. Dying to those thoughts that pop in your head. Dying to that. Dying to being obedient to impulsive thoughts that pop up in your head, but are against book, against sound doctrine. What's sound doctrine? Oh, I got something for you today. Yes, sir, I do. Cause I do. I want to show y'all sound doctrine because it's like, it's amazing. I have, after dying to self and constantly killing self off and cutting it with the Sword of the Spirit. Because look, his word, cutting it with the word, with the sword of the word. Because his word is quick. What does it say? Powerful than any two-edged sword. I might not be quoting it 100%. I'm gonna put the scripture up here for y'all, so y'all don't gotta worry about me lip fumbling through it. Like my man Malachi Maccabee be saying, lip fumbling. What is that? But look, oh, man. 2, 8. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put it up here for y'all. It's Hebrews 4:12. We're going to read it in slow motion. It says, Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So the word of Yah, his book, the Bible, when you read it with a meek and humble spirit, it will cut. It'll show you who you are. And I'm telling you, there's parts of the Bible that as I was reading through them, and as I am reading through them, I have to read through them slow and in pieces, because they're cutting so hard, it can overwhelm you, because it's that much work to do. Yeah, that. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, it's amazing. In the Hebrew community and what I've seen, it's like, dude, yo, these folks, are they even reading the book? Are their eyes even open? What are they looking at? Or is this just a religious spirit? You see what I'm saying? We have to break the mind chains. And the first mind chain that has to be broken is pride. Is pride. Man, y'all think I'm just talking. So what I said, I was like, you know what? I'll be telling everybody, read Proverbs. Because I always tell people to read Proverbs because it's the sword's edge. There's literally no excuse making. There's no spiritual interpretation on it where you're going to, oh no, that's not logical. That's in the spirit or nothing like that. Proverbs, you just going to have to eat it. There ain't no wiggling around it. It's hard to misinterpret what Proverbs is saying. And then, so that's why I went as far as to go and, because you got to see yourself before you can fix yourself. Oh man, y'all put a 100 in there if you understand where I'm coming from with this, how basic what I'm saying is. Look, so in Proverbs, it's just so basic to the point where I had talked about for so long. I said, let me walk it like I talk it. So I did. I started a Proverbs study, which I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna redo some of those videos, and I'm gonna press all the way through Proverbs. I think I got about a quarter of the way in it. Made it to maybe Proverbs chapter 12. Okay, but there's no wiggle room. So what's the other one I'm always talking about? Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. Okay. Again, I'm an auto mechanic. Sirach is like the scan tool. So when I'm working on a car, if there's an issue with a car that, hey Mike is making it sound like boom chicka boom boom boom. I'm like, oh, okay. I like, you got a check engine light? Yeah. Okay, let me go get that. Boom. I hook the scan tool to it. It'll send the code. I look the code up, and then it points me at the system I need to be looking at. I go over there and look at that system on the car. It might be the ignition system, might be the fuel system, and I might see a leak. Okay, that's what Sirach is. That's what Proverbs is. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna show you where you're leaking at. It's gonna say if this hose is dripping, you need to replace it. And y'all hear me talk about this all the time. So what I did is I got it. Wow, that looks blue, but that's really green. That I can't really wear green on here because of the green screen, so that's why. But what I did, I have highlighted some dagger scriptures. So let's see what we got. I'm gonna tell y'all just straight up a good place if you want to see some of the powerful stuff in Sirach, like when you start Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus, what you're gonna find is, wow, this is funny. What you're gonna find when you start reading through it is that the first couple, the first chapter is all wisdom, just like Proverbs. It's like Proverbs, but it just elaborates more. So, you know, and literally it covers any and every situation that could possibly happen. It covers you being a worker. It covers how you should manage your employees. It covers every situation. It covers if music's going and people and y'all are chilling and everybody's having drinks. It covers how you should conduct yourself. It said don't, like when everybody's enjoying the music and enjoying their drink, don't be sitting there running your mouth, talking too long. It literally addresses every single. It's like social relations or everything, to where I watch people and I'm like, damn, I'm like, are these people, what are they reading? Like, did they even read Proverbs? Because it's like, it's crazy, man. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so look. For instance, we're going to go to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus because it goes by two names. And not Ecclesiastes, is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. If you look at what I do when I look it up on and I'll put these verses up here for y'all. But when I look this stuff up on the internet, I just type this stuff in. And I don't want to enter that long name, so I just put Sirach. Hey, Koya. Yes. Hey, come here real quick. We were talking about leadership. So I'm going to have Sister Koya. Yeah, you could just talk. Come. Okay. Well, when you're done, just come in. Koya, we getting ready to just have a little Shabbat here. We're having some of the saints over, so Koya is busy. She's cooking, cleaning, getting the house prepared. But she's gonna be in here in a little while. And when we were setting up, getting things set up for this event, because Koya she's good with event planning. But when we were getting this Jacksonville, Florida event set up for when Pastor Dow comes down, and if y'all just tuning in, Pastor Dow will be here in Jacksonville, Florida, March 21st. Okay, we got all the information's posted. You're gonna see plenty of it. But when Koya was just she made a remark about just the professionalism and the example that Pastor Dow sets. Just dealing with him, it was a breath of fresh air, and it was inspirational watching how Pastor Dow and his wives operated. Okay, so basically, and if she gets out, she's gonna come in here in a little while and she'll say it herself. But she was just saying how, yeah, Pastor Dow, he's like, so where's the place? He pays for the place. He pays for the food. He got his women are in order. One wife is taking care of the reservations. The other one is taking care of other stuff. And they're very professional, serious-minded, and they exude it to where it immediately comes across when you begin communicating with them. You could tell they're serious-minded, they're about Israel, and they set the example. And mind you, yeah, Pastor Dow is my leader, okay? Elder Rufus is my leader, and the other elders. All you have to do is watch your leaders as they do. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's like with all these videos, like, because I never, I understand Pastor Dow is very busy, so I consider. We're gonna read. We're gonna have to get into that. Consider. That word. Yeah, that. Let's look up the definition of this word. But if you just consider and you're considerate, you're gonna see the brilliant that these are Yah ordained leaders that are walking this book out in spirit and truth, and you're gonna watch what they do and do it. That's how a leader leads. Pastor Dow has done it. He's shown how to do it. He's shown that it lines up with the book. Now he's not going to come do it for you. It's up to you to do it. When he was this verse in Sirach chapter 2 verse 4 is going to elaborate on. It says, whatsoever is bought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men. It says acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And like I said, who hasn't heard? How many jobs did Pastor Dow take to get out of debt? Put it in the comments, y'all. That example. It's like Pastor Dow eliminated the excuse. I like it. Put it up there. I'm waiting. I'm gonna let y'all put it in there and see who knows. Okay? Okay? Exactly. Somebody put it in there. 3 jobs. It's inspiring when, because like I said, when me and Pastor Dow talk on the phone, trust me, I'm not asking him 20 questions because he's done everything. I just listen. We might chit chat, but the footwork is already there. The footwork is there already. Some people said 5. Some people said 4. I thought it was 3. KGB TV. K-Beer. So yeah. I thought it was 3. But look, it's like, I'm getting ready. We get ready to shift gears here. I gotta get aligned with this book. I gotta get my house in order. We pulled in the 6 months since meeting Pastor Dow, we've made big changes. We got this thing started. We're putting the work in. We're showing the example of diligent, how they say it, sacrifice and discipline. Brother Gideon, what he said, sacrifice and discipline is the Straitway example. That's book, though. That's book. All right. So, yeah, but when Koya, when she gets done out there, I'm going to have her come in and I'm going to let her say what she said. I was like, wow. And this is how, because, all I do, people talk a good game. I just watch their footwork, and right where they're coming from. And it's me and Koya over the years and years, just dealing with all these folks. We have become students of footwork. We know how to watch, and we know how to shut off listening. We just watch actions, and you see the sacrifice, discipline, and then you see the needy and the entitlement. And it's obvious. But to be on the phone with him for maybe and his Ashias for 10, 15 minutes, or it's like 15, maybe 20 minutes. And it just, I could see the change. Like Koya was like, man, she was just inspired and encouraged that there are people out there with that discipline, sacrifice mindset where they're about that action, that professionalism. And I'm just trying to shift people's focus on that because it's there. I mean, it's just watch a video. If you're a woman, listen to sister. It's like, but then stand and walk. What did Christ say after he healed that man? See, this is what happens a lot. People be healed, but nobody's telling them, hey, man, walk. You can walk. Stand up. Walk. Walk this thing out. Action. Faith without works is dead. Put the work in. Work. Do it. Grind. You know what I'm saying? Light that grinding fire. Y'all feel me? All right, so what's going on? All right, hold on, y'all. So let's see what's going on. I gotta yeah, Elijah Irvin, what you trying to holler at one of the sisters in there, man? This ain't that spot. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, so we gotta understand that. So check this stuff out. It says the heart. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, and I'm just going through here. Now we're in chapter 3. I'm just kind of chapter 3. It says the heart of the prudent will understand a parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. Okay? So it breaks down. There's a lot of wisdom. So if you were unfathered, and you could have had a father, but you just weren't fathered in what it means to be a man or what it means to be a woman. You can't understand why you having issues at the workplace, whatever it is in your social life, whatever the screw. How are you gonna know this? Like what are the check engine lights in life? Issues. Stuff don't just happen. You understand? You're transgressing something. Something's off. It's not. I used to think there's a degree of randomness. No. Perfect practice makes perfect. You get some of these athletes like Rob Mathis and Kabir and people who've performed on an elite level, like Gideon. They, like Rob came on here and said there are no excuses. There's no such thing. There's check engine lights and stuff that needs to be fixed. That just like with me, like working on cars. Check engine lights Cars don't just cut off. Cars don't just not start. You understand? There's something wrong. Okay? All right. Okay, let's see what we got. Here go another one. This is good, man. This is Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Okay? All right. Yeah, Elder Rufus, let me know. And, I could delete him so he won't see the channel no more. But I don't think he's an issue like that, but we will see. It says, strive for the truth unto death. Look, that's chapter 4, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 28. All right? Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Listen, let me say this. It says they have eyes, but they are blind. Somebody post that if you can. Put that scripture in there where they say they have eyes, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. People don't consider. You got to consider. It's a landmine out here. I'm talking to the young people, man. Literally, everything in this life is a trap. Almost everything. What wise, gray-haired old men are able to do is spot all the traps and then spot something that's not a trap. See, and that's why us as older wise men, because a lot, and I gotta say older wise men, because you got older men with children mind, but I'm gonna tell you this: there's wisdom to be gleaned from any older man. Period. Just more from some, less from others. Because everything is a snare out here. There's a lot. It's literally like tuning into a radio station. There's a lot of noise. You got to find the signal, and you need wise counsel. So check this out, man, about wisdom, man. Y'all read. I'm not gonna do it. Read the entire chapter 4 of Sirach. Okay. So read the whole chapter of chapter 4 in Ecclesiasticus. Okay, Sirach chapter. That whole chapter is not a long one. It's heavy. Okay. Check this out. It says, "Be at peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000." It says, this is wisdom. This is on every aspect. Chapter 6 is about friendships. Okay, it says, "If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him." Okay? All right. I'm telling you, man. Let's see what we got here. I'm telling you, there's some heavy stuff in here. Some life, some stuff that if you get it now, it's gonna bless you as you move forward. Like a lot of this stuff here, man, I would have been in a totally different place in my military career if I had been taught this at that young age. Oh, check this out. "Use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest." Okay, so like for me, like you'll see, I get around to Elder Rufus, I get around to Elder Mitchell, and we really talking. The 2 times I've been out to Straitway, uh, you know, I let them talk. Because they done things I have not done. I can't tell you the number of times, man, you know, in the military and stuff like that, there be dudes, when I'm working on the planes, you run into them. It's like, try to show them a shortcut on how to torque a bolt, like on a stab or something. Oh, no, I was like, I've learned, hey, don't even stress yourself out. And like, this dude been out here 1 year. He think he know how to torque that bolt. I'm like, he'll figure it out tomorrow when he pulls his back. Hey, life will teach him, because, you don't want to burden yourself getting all wound up. So here it is again. All right. So we just flipping through Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32, verse 7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them." This is humility. This is how you deal with Elder Rufus. As Elder Rufus, when he came down here, he's sitting in the garage with me. I just sitting there listening. All right, come on, baby. So this Koya Israel, she got the seasoning salt in her hand. So say shalom to everybody.
Shabbat shalom, Israel. How's everyone doing this morning? Hope everyone is doing well, and hope you all are enjoying a day of rest. So I'll just, you want me to talk about what we talked about last night? Is that what you
Yeah, I was just telling them how, when you were on the phone, because we were on the phone with me, Pastor Dow, Mother Carol, and Sister Summer. So,
yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, so there are people in this world who will take till they just drain you out. And you could be that type of person who's just so willing to give, and you don't even see it until you drained out and the damage is done.
Right.
Well, from what I've experienced, with Pastor Dowell and his Ashayas, they are the complete opposite. Extreme opposite.
And what she's saying is like our experience. We've been in this Hebrew thing for years and seen the Hebrew community.
Yes.
Y'all, Straitway is the place.
Yes.
Y'all got an amazing example with Elder Rufus and Pastor Dow and Elder Mitchell. Like selflessness everywhere.
Yes.
Kabir, Mathis, Mir. Go ahead, baby.
And so, one of the things I told my husband, I was like, how often do you see a pastor willing to pay for his own flight, get his own rental car, pay for the event, pay for the food, and then preach? Serve. So his serve game, y'all ain't gonna match it.
It's airtight.
That's the example, and I just was like, "Wow, that's a hell of an example."
It was.
But people already know what he has done, what he's accomplished.
That's a leader. He's showing.
But that's what he's a giver. He's a giver, but in spirit and in truth, he gets it.
Talk about.
And it was so unexpected. It was like, well, what do you want us to do? I was like, well, what do we do?
Because Koya came on there ready to work. Yeah. We like, all right, we're going to get the money.
I was ready,
hey,
but
talk about,
like, well, we got this. I'm like, well.
Talk about Mother Cal and Sister Summer.
Yes. They are just amazing, phenomenal women. He gave them orders and instructions. They followed through, and it was just excellent. I got their cell phone
Quick.
numbers.
So look, we not
'Cause I
used
wasn't
to the
sure.
burden being pulled off us like that.
Yeah.
We like,
Yeah. I mean, it was
Okay.
just amazing. And so just bless Pastor Dow and his household, Mother Carol, Sister Sam, all of his Ashayas. I mean, because they got this thing, y'all. They are wonderful
and
examples.
they are good. That is
Excellence.
a leader is an
Yes.
example.
And
He
that is-
shows you.
That's what you
How
should
to do.
follow. Yes, absolutely. So,
All right.
blessings, Straitway. Blessings, brothers and sisters. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All right, so that's I'm telling you, I could see it in Koya's spirit yesterday. It was just a kickstart. It's like, let's get it, and that's the job of leadership. Not to, Pastor Dow does not carry me. He showed me how to get up and walk. I watched him walk, and I got, oh man, okay, you doing that? All right, and you get up and walk, and that's lead, So but I'm gonna continue where I was at. Here is Sirach 89. So we're in nine. Wait, no, that was Sirach. I was looking at the page number. Chapter 32, starting at verse 7. It says, "Speak, young men, or man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in a few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue." Listen, my whole military career was painful because of this. Because I was going against this right here. Didn't know how to shut the hell up. And it took me realizing it. And at the time, I didn't know it was deliverance from pride and rebellion. But that's what it was, man. And just getting broke hard. And then anybody that I deemed in authority, whether they were younger than me but had more knowledge in whatever they were showing me, or regardless, around older people, 1 year, don't care what, or near my age, I just shut the heck up, because one of the signs of wisdom, and when you get older, is you don't. The older you get, the less you know. Put a 100 up in there if that's 100. All right, so let's see. Let the speech be short, comprehending much in a few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, or leadership, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. Before the thunder goeth lightning, and before a shamefaced man shall go favor. This is humility again. Brother, again, this is Sirach. So this is, if you want to pinpoint, use this in deliverance. Because if you want to pinpoint stuff in yourself, brother, hey, look, I got what would you call it? Daggers highlighted for me of stuff I'm cutting off. And it's, again, I gotta sip it slowly, because it's hardcore truth. It's like, all right, I need to pray on this. Proverbs and Sirach will show you. They are a brutal mirror. And it's the way I knew so quickly that Pastor Dow was a righteous leader. It's the way I knew so quickly that Elder Rufus was a righteous leader. That Elder Mitchell, a righteous leader. Like, you could see it real fast. Elder Becker, dealing with him. Watching that. Hey, look. Did y'all see the Berean moment, Elder Becker? The work ethic thing. I was like, yo, that was another reboot. I had to add that on my to-do to-do list on me. Like his work ethic, his lack of excuse, like it's priceless. That's it. That's all. Like that put a jump, that put the jumper cables on me. I'm talking about it put the jumper cables on me at work. At my employment. Man, put a 100 up in there. Nah, put a 10, put a 1,000 up in there if y'all seen the Elder Becker. If y'all didn't see that, go watch it. It amazes. Look, if y'all heard what Rob Mathis said, and then you went and heard what Elder Rufus said when he came here, then you heard what Brother Gideon said, then you heard what Elder Becker said. I'm looking for footwork. Like, what is, like, I hope y'all understand. All right, let's see. All right, so it talks about, it talks about reprove and correction. So this is 32. Yeah, man, that man, I do a whole show on that Elder Becker's Berean moment. It's like we have a brother here in our ministry who has a work ethic like that. And it didn't all click till he told me the details of his testimony. That's Brother Tony from St. Augustine. He's brought up in a very disciplined, overly disciplined. He was raised in a family like that. And when you have that discipline, yeah, it's painful, but, and his is, it bordered, or it was abuse where he was getting beat up, but man, he has a work ethic and to, it instilled a solid work ethic in him. And like I said, it takes, hey man, when you're at work getting yelled at, to shut that voice that comes up down, it takes, a lot of people, they're going to bump their heads, man. Some people have come into covenant with that voice that raises up that rebellious voice. It says here, Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 32. We're going to go verse 17. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved or corrected. This is why all these people are coming against Pastor Dow when he's simply exposing their sin. Most people can't sit still when they're getting corrected. Like this spirit, it'll start off as a voice, and then as you begin to hearken unto it, it becomes a spirit of rebellion. Then you come in covenant with it, and you got to come up with clever, passive, aggressive, whatever ways to feed that wicked ass rebellious spirit. Evident by, look at all these attacks. You got, you like you were saying, you got pastors out there telling people take on debt to get cars that are depreciating. They're not an asset, they're a liability, they're depreciating. And people will fight you on that. It says a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. What's the will? That spirit of rebellion. Get deliverance, y'all. It says a man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he hath done without counsel. So it says, do nothing without advice, and when thou hast once done, repent not. Go not in a way wherein thou mayest, where does it say? Mayest fall and stumble not among the stones. Be not confident in a plain way, and be all right. And that is going in the children. Oh, it talks about rearing or raising your children. I think I put that word right. All right, so let's see. It says, there shall no evil. So a wise man hateth not the law, but he that is a hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. So they like, and this is, man, and folks getting mad right now, but this is what you see a lot out here. And like I said, in the past we've seen, now we come to Straitway, folks is popping, clicking, they on the ball, they get it. Because what? The example set in Straitway is to diligently adhere to the script. But, woo, it's like I done seen some stuff out there that's no different than the world. You see what I'm saying? In my travels throughout this, the Hebrew community. So check this out. This is showing you how to manage people. Like, so if you're made a supervisor at work, and like I said, this thing hits every single aspect you could run into in life. This stuff is also in Proverbs. It's throughout the Bible, but it's just more concentrated and more broke down here. That's all. So this is chapter 33, verse 25 in Sirach, otherwise known as Ecclesiasticus. It says, if thou set thy servant to labor. So when he says servant, he's talking about a worker. Okay. So if you're supervising people, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. So he's like, don't let him sit around. It says, a yoke and a collar do bow the neck. So are the tortures and torrents for an evil servant. Send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Set him to work as is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. But be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing. Okay? If you read on, you could read this on all the way to the end, which is a couple more verses, but read the whole thing. It's showing you how to manage people, how to be a supervisor at work. Okay? I'm telling you, man. And look, because y'all know some of the stuff I pull out of Sirach. Sirach, I think it's 26, where you got 2 whole chapters dedicated but nothing but to women, dealing with them. And it ain't as nice as Proverbs. Like, it goes in hard. It says, better it is to dwell with a lion and a dragon than with a nagging women. And the feminist Hebrews, they rise up. Man, they manifest when you start going through them scriptures. It talks about how to conduct yourself when there's food. It says, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into cholera, which I would have to look that up. What I do with this sometimes is get the English Standard Version. Okay? So, and surfeiting means overeating. Okay? By surfeiting have many perished. Yeah, that. It says, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. And I mean, even science has backed up that, fasting and all that. All right, so look, that was Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 37, verse 29. Okay. And when it says cholera, I have to look that up. What I'm gonna do once I'm saving up a little bit of money, I'm gonna order 2 other versions of this, because it like I said, some of these words, it just breaks them down real fast, so I can just go over there and look them up. Okay, one last one. It talks about the medical field, because there's a part of the medical field that's not sorcery. Like if you cut your arm open, hey, they might give you stitches or do something, patch you up, So there's a part of the medical field that's not sorcery. And then it also, so I'm going to read a little of that. That's the very next chapter, chapter 38, right at the beginning, verse 1. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him. So, because you got people out there, they won't even mess with a doctor, But there's a time, sometimes stuff happens. For the Lord hath created him, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. But look what it says later. With such, it says, and it says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So this is herbs. This ain't that daggone antidepressant sorcery crap they got out there that will have you jacked up. Okay. Let's see. And he had leave, give, then give. There, so, if you read down, like I said, I'm just kind of showing y'all key stuff that's going to give you specific answers on what you need to be working on in your life. That's what I'm showing you in here. I do it. I'm leading. I'm going to show everybody else how to do it. Where you need to be working on deliverance at, where you need to be focusing on with issues in yourself. So look, it says, there is a time when in their hands there. All right. Okay, so anyway, if you read chapter 38, it differentiates between, because it also says that you would lay hands and heal and pray to Yah for healing. So that's another study on, hey, you might need an herb, this, that, and other, but sometimes you also need prayer and healing. And I mean, true science is backing up everything the book says. 100. All right. So, like I said, Sirach goes all the way to chapter 51. And I didn't even scrape the surface. I mean, I got this thing. I'm going through it. It's, there's a lot of times when I'm at work, I'm studying areas I got to grow in that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot, man. You ain't gonna be able to read through that book if you prideful. You're gonna be wrestling with it. But it ain't no getting around it. Alright, so anyway, y'all, with that said, I gotta get this place set up. Got a small group coming over today. Next week, we got a big Shabbat up here in Jacksonville, Florida. And then let me run this for y'all. For all y'all tuning in, check this out. Let me run this for y'all again. All right. Show y'all what's going down. Here you go. Check it out. All right, so mark your calendar. Mark your calendar. Pastor Dow will be here in Jacksonville, Florida, March 21st at 11 a.m. The address was on there. Call the dining hall. Make your let them know you're coming so we can feed you. And y'all, you saw the scripture I just read there. Don't be eating up all them meats. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But so yeah, let me check this out. All right. So with that said, man, he's gonna be here. It's going down. We look forward to seeing all y'all. It's gonna be an awesome event. And y'all, it's time for action. I want to give y'all some homework. I want y'all to do something I've seen. Okay. What I want y'all to do is Pastor Dow's message comes on at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Listen to it. Look at Straitway. Look at what they're doing. Because he doesn't just get on here, teach messages. Okay? But then, go look at the myriad. You'll see all these lives, all these people teaching today. See what they're doing. See what their footwork is. Are they giving you instruction to get you free of this wicked society, man? It says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says, forsake not the assembling. Let me pull the scripture up. I'm gonna pull the scripture, but it says here. All right. It says, this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. It says, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. Okay? So as you see the day approaching, do you see the day approaching? Do you see what they're saying in this election cycle? Do you see the stabbings? You see grown men stabbing children in McDonald's, in the McDonald's play areas, you know? Do you see the shootings in Walmarts, in churches, in schools? Do you see the poison in the food? Do you see the locusts running all over Africa, China, Russia? Do you see the coronavirus? And we ain't talking about beer. You know what I'm saying? As you see the day approaching. You see what I'm saying? It says, be ye doers of the words and not hearers, deceiving your own selves. That's another one. People have, that's why I told you, get on there and look. And looking at these people just rehashing the same old stuff over the same old stuff that I've been hearing for 10 years in this Hebrew thing. Same stuff, different person. Just saying the same stuff over again. That's not where we at. It's time to get your mind right so you're able to work better with your brothers and sisters as you see the day approaching. Ain't no time to be making excuses. It's time to get your mind right and get in action. Get off your ass. And it says faith without works is dead. How many scriptures we gotta go into? I'm even to the point, look, this is how I tell everybody what needs to be going on. what I tried to show you in this show is that you have, I don't understand, there's perfect examples of every aspect in life, in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, in Straitway, with the leadership and all that. And it behooves me why folks is still, it's almost like they don't see it. Having blind eyes, like having eyes they see not, having ears they hear not. Yeah, and look, all I'm saying, I ain't picking nobody up, I ain't carrying nobody. I'm just showing them how to make this footwork. Because I'm telling you, man, I went through a life of pain not knowing this stuff. Now it's here in abundance. Most High is pouring this truth out like plenty. You know what I'm saying? We just got to open our ears, shake and move, and be about that action, boss. Got to be about that action. It's only about that action. Yo, y'all put a 100 up in there and go head on over there at 12 o'clock. You know, tune in to Straitway. It's a Straitway live on YouTube. Or you go to the Straitway website. Okay? And I'm going to be changing this around to put all that information on the screen. So you're able to better, do what you need to do. All right. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to take it out with the Praise Ye, the Most High Yah video. Hope y'all enjoy it. Shalom, shalom.